Hi guys, welcome to this page of the notes, and again what we're going to do now is use this sort of new idea that we just discussed about needing to take the absolute value of some simplified answers depending on how it kind of works out if I go from an even power to the simplified form being an odd power. But before we do a couple more example problems, keep in mind we've already done a number of example problems in this note set prior to talking about that idea about absolute value. So let's go back and see if we made some mistakes. Let's go back a couple of pages in our notes. Go back a little bit here. We're going to start right here with this one. Actually, let's go all the way back to the beginning. These were the first couple of sample problems we did, and so let's just go ahead and check them. Well, here's what we've got. I started off with an even power, a to the 20th. I finished with an even power, a to the 4th. That's okay. I don't need absolute value. I started with an odd power, b to the 25th. I ended with an odd power, b to the 5th. That's okay. I don't need absolute value. Next one. Started with an x to the 4th, finished with an x squared. That's okay. Even to even. No problem. Y to the 8th, y to the 4th. That's okay. No problem. It's even to even, right? Anything raised to an even power will always come out to be positive. There's no need for absolute value. It's going to come out the way it should be. The next page. I started with a y to the 6th. That's even. I simplified and I got a y to the 3rd. You are going to need absolute value. Go ahead and put that y to the 3rd in absolute values to make sure, to ensure it comes out to be a positive answer. Great, so we fixed that mistake. What about this one? Well, I had something to the 12th power, that's even. Simplified, got something to the 6th power, that's even, so I don't need to worry about it. Anything to the even power is going to come out to be positive. The next one we did were these ones. I had x to the 30th, which is even. I wound up with an x to the 5th. That's odd. That's going to need to be an absolute value. 18, that's even. That's all right. So here's what I got. I'm going to need both of these guys in absolute value to make sure that they come out to be, sorry about that, had to kind of squeeze. So actually what I would do then, let me just rewrite it. It's going to be 3, x, absolute value of x to the 5th, absolute value of y to the 3rd. Right? So I got to put both of those guys in absolute value symbols because I went from an even power to an odd power when I simplified. Great, we fixed that one. This last one down here, didn't even have to worry about it, just came out to be an imaginary number, so no problem there. We learned about taking the absolute value here, so here we go, we're ready for our new example problems. Here we go, we're going to simplify using absolute values. Let's go ahead and do this. I want you to take the square root of 100 times 10x. Well, actually, that's pretty easy. I know the square root of 100 is 10, and I'm going to use my little shortcut. My power is 10, my index is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5, so I wind up with an x to the 5th power. But oh yeah, that's right. I started off with a power that's even. I just got a power that's odd. Put it in absolute value. Fantastic. Great, next one. I want you to take the square root of 64. No problem, I can do that. Square root of 64 is an 8. And then I got this quantity, y plus 1. Okay, cool, so I have the quantity, y plus 1. It was raised, or is, sorry, it is raised to the 14th power. Index is 2. 14 divided by 2 would be 7. So now it's going to be to the 7th power. I went from something that's even to now a power that is odd. You need to put it in absolute value. There you go. All right, guys, again, hopefully that makes good sense to you now, or at least you know to watch out for it when simplifying these radicals. If you simplify and you go from an even power to now something with an odd power, you have to take the absolute value to ensure that you get a non-negative solution. Head on over to the next page of the notes and we'll actually take a look at a word problem involving these radicals. So head on over to the next page and I'll meet you guys there.